Happy Saturday to everyone who's still watching. Wanted to let you know I'm having kind of a rough day today because 2 weeks ago my mama, 2 weeks ago my mama passed away. Everybody knows that she was my world. She's the reason why I did a lot of things. I think a lot about how when she passed away, she was my reason for everything. She was my because. I wouldn't be half the person I am right now had it not been for my mama. I love that woman with all my heart, and she knows that. My mama, I cannot get out the images of how her last moments, my mama turned around and she looked at me and she said, "Baby, take my hand." And I took her hand, and my mama took her last breath. And I watched her be taken to heaven. I look at her body and I wonder, why, why is she laying there? Why did she not come back? But God, it's just been hard. It's been so hard. Just, she's in everything I do, everything I say. I can't. Every time I'm doing something, I keep saying I'm not supposed to be doing this because this is not supposed to be happening. And then people say stuff like, at least she's in a better place. And they say stuff like, she's not in pain anymore. And none of that translates to me because I never saw my mama in pain. She never showed me she was in pain to the minute she died. She never looked like she was in pain. And so that doesn't make sense to me. I miss her so much. But then I need to tell you also something in the midst of all my grief and all my pain, something happened that I would have never expected would have happened. In the midst of my pain and my grieving, I felt like I had no reason to go on anymore. I felt like she was it for me. I can't believe she died that Saturday and that Tuesday. The love of my life walked back into my life Tuesday like a strong tornado force just came back in. Him and I dated like for 7 years. Like 20 years ago, we dated for 7 years. And I don't know how we disconnected. I don't remember how it just ended, but I didn't see him for years and didn't even know that he was still around. I don't know. I moved on with my life and thought he moved on with his now. And honestly, about 2 years ago, I tried to look him up on Facebook. I found his Facebook page and he was married and like he was arguing with whoever he was married to. So I left it alone and moved on. But Tuesday, out of nowhere, I'm outside with the family and right after my mother passed away and we're grieving and crying and I used to be best friends with, but I didn't hang out with him anymore because he was a compulsive liar. So I don't like fake people. I don't like liars, so I stopped hanging out with him. But he and I and Jack, we all worked together at the time, so he knew I was dating Jack. And found out Tuesday, all of a sudden, Fred shows up. And out of nowhere, Fred shows up, the guy who I used to be friends with, just shows up out of nowhere. And he tells me, he says, well, I want you to say hello. So he hands me his phone and he says, I want you to say hello. And I say hello, and it was Jack. Jack told me that day, I've been looking for you for years, and I could not find you, and I wasn't going to rest until I found you. He said, I'm still in love with you, and I want to be with you, and haven't forgotten you since that day, since we left off. And I said, well, since we broke off? And he said, no, we never broke up. He said, I carried you with me for years. He said, we never broke up. This is just continuation. So all of a sudden, I'm faced with the love of my life coming back into my life and dealing with my mother passing away. So it was amazing, and I don't know how to process it still. I mean, in the middle of my grieving comes this very happy moment, comes this miracle out of nowhere. And it's almost like my mama, when she passed away, it's almost like she sent him back to me because she knew I would need that. Jack has been extraordinary. He's been more loving now than he's ever been. He's been more into me than he's ever been. Told me that he learned when we loved before what love was through me, and that he never forgot me. And I don't still know how to process it. I don't know about. One minute I'm crying and I'm feeling heartbroken because of my mother, and the next minute I'm happy because he's calling me and he's checking up on me and telling me how much he loves me. And it's almost like I get a blessing in the middle of everything that I'm already going through, all the pain, and like there was a spark of reason to live because he was there. I don't know, but in one day, maybe, hopefully, you'll get to meet Jack and we'll be on here together. I love him, and I found out that I'm still in love with him. For everything I've been through, he's still there, and I don't know, it's one minute I'm crying again, and the next minute I'm happy, and I don't know, somebody explain that to me, I don't know. But at this moment, I'm on my way over to put a flower on my mother's grave. I love that woman to death. I just figured I thought I'd stop by and just and let you all know what's going on with me, all those that are still watching and still praying for me. Well, I love you all, and I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.